Hey everyone, it's Heather, your teen librarian. In light of recent events, I'd like to share a few books that I recommend for teens to help you gain a deeper understanding of racial inequality and social justice. The first two are books that I read this year that had a personal impact on me, and the third one comes very highly recommended. The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas. This book is pretty well known and has even been made into a movie, but if you haven't read it yet, now is the time. This fictional story was actually inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement and begins with the death of an unarmed teen boy named Khalil at the hands of a police officer. The main character, 16-year-old Star, was the only witness to the crime. As Khalil's death gains media attention and protesters take to the streets, she has to decide whether or not to speak up and take a stand when doing so could very well endanger her own life or to remain silent. This is a difficult read, but one you won't be able to put down. If you can get the audio version of this, I do highly recommend it, as the narrators' voices are incredible and make the story really come to life. The next book is It's Trevor Noah, Born a Crime by Trevor Noah. This is the memoir of Daily Show host and comedian Trevor Noah, who was literally born a crime. His mother is black and his father is white, and he grew up in apartheid South Africa, when it was actually illegal for interracial couples to be together. This was a time when people were separated into different racial groups based on their skin tone, hair texture, and family background. Growing up, Trevor sort of straddled the line between groups because of his mixed race background. The stories he tells center around issues of racism, poverty, injustice, and abuse as he writes of his many childhood adventures gone wrong. It's written in a sometimes laugh-out-loud funny way that makes these serious themes just a little bit easier to digest. This book was the library's Saratoga Read selection for 2020 and is still very timely. I especially like the young reader's version, as it includes a brief history of apartheid and compares it to the system of segregation that occurred in the U.S. The last book is called Stamped: Racism, Anti-Racism, and You by Jason Reynolds and Ibram X. Kendi. This book is a remix, or shortened, more accessible version of the National Book Award winner Ibram X. Kendi's work, Stamped from the Beginning. It was adapted specifically for teens by the beloved teen author Jason Reynolds. It reads in an almost conversational style that has been described as engaging, relatable, like a TED Talk, gripping, and fast-paced. This book is advertised as being not a history book that explores how race exists right now in the present day, where racist ideas come from, how the construct of race is used to gain power, and how it's necessary to be not just not racist in society today, but to actively be an anti-racist. This book is currently in my own to-be-read pile, and I do hope to share more thoughts with you all once I have a chance to read it. The audio version of this book is also supposed to be pretty amazing. For more fiction and nonfiction titles about this topic, please check out the LibGuide I created titled A Book List to Start Discussions: Racial Inequality and Social Justice, which can be found on our website at guides.sspl.org/teens. Many of these titles are also now available as ebooks at the Saratoga Springs Public